Okay, your offer just got accepted, and it's pure excitement for about 5 seconds until reality kicks in. What happens now? Did we just buy this house? Can things still go wrong? What does mutual acceptance even mean? If you've ever felt unsure at this stage, you're completely normal, because this is where the real transaction begins. So let's walk through what typically happens after your offer gets accepted. Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm a real estate agent here in Washington State, coming to you from my car where I spend most of my time. And today I'm gonna explain to you what mutual acceptance actually means and what you can expect next. Because getting your offer accepted is super exciting, but it's really just the start of the execution phase. So mutual acceptance simply means the buyer signed the offer, the seller signed the offer, and everyone agreed to the terms. That's it. The house is not officially yours yet. It just means you're under contract. From this point forward, the focus shifts from negotiation to moving the deal towards closing. One of the first things that happens is depositing the earnest money. And in many transactions, this happens within just a few days after going mutual. Earnest money is a good faith deposit by you, the buyer, to show the seller that you're serious about this purchase. It's important to know it's not a fee. It's a deposit held by escrow that's later applied to your purchase. And in most cases, your contingencies within your contract are what protects that money. It's completely normal for buyers to feel a mix of excitement and anxiety once they're under contract, because now it feels real. Deadlines exist, money is moving, and decisions matter. That's simply part of the process. So most contracts include contingencies. These are built-in protections for the buyer to move forward safely. Now, there are several contingencies. Common ones are inspection, financing, appraisal, and title review. This is why an accepted offer isn't the same thing as a guaranteed close. There are steps ahead that need to happen before we get there, and that's a completely normal part of the process. One thing I always tell buyers is that contingencies are not loopholes. They're risk management tools. They exist so you can investigate the property, secure financing, and move forward with confidence. Where buyers sometimes get stressed is not the contingency itself, it's misunderstanding the deadlines. Okay, typically the next major step in a contract is the inspection period. Now, this is where you evaluate the property's condition. Inspectors are looking for the big things, right? Structure, systems, safety concerns, and major components of the house. And remember, it's not about finding the perfect home with zero issues. I mean, that is a bonus, but that's not the goal. The goal is to understand what you're buying. After the inspection's complete, buyers can proceed as is. They can request repairs, request credits, or if needed, they can walk away. This is the phase that's all about clarity, not panicking. Almost every buyer hopes an inspector and wishes an inspector were to walk through a home and say, "This is perfect, nothing to report." That never happens. Every home, including new construction, has findings. The goal isn't perfection. It's understanding condition and risk. If financing's involved, this is when your lender is working to finalize approval. At the same time, the appraisal gets ordered. The appraisal is to confirm value for the lender. If it comes in at or above value, awesome. If it comes in low, you have options: renegotiation, adjustments, bringing additional funds, or if protected, you can walk away. Low appraisals are just bumps. They're not usually gigantic disasters. Low appraisals sound super dramatic, but they're actually pretty common. They're simply valuation differences, not deal-ending disasters. In many cases, there are multiple solutions available depending on the situation. Now, while all of this is going on, title and escrow are working behind the scenes. They are doing property research history. They're preparing documents, coordinating funds, and tracking transaction deadlines. There's this entire transaction infrastructure working quietly behind the scenes, moving things forward. So your closing date should be viewed as a target date. It is not a guaranteed moment. Most transactions do close on time, but real estate involves multiple moving parts: lenders, escrow, title. So all of these things are completely normal in real estate. A good transaction isn't one without hiccups. It's one where it's handled smoothly. Another important thing to know is that not every mutually accepted offer makes it all the way to closing. Deals fall apart all the time for a number of reasons. We have inspection findings, financing changes, appraisal results, title issues, even life events. This isn't necessarily mean things are bad, your agent's horrible, It's actually doing what the contract was designed to do: protect all parties involved while due diligence is being completed. One of the most important important and most overlooked things in real estate are contract timelines. Every contingency, protection, and negotiation window operate on a timeline. Inspection timelines, financing timelines, appraisal timelines, and missing a deadline can sometimes change your leverage or your protections. That's why transactions aren't just about finding the home. They're about managing timing, strategy, and execution through the entire process. Mutual acceptance is an exciting milestone, but it's really the beginning of a very structured process that protects you while moving towards closing. Most transactions follow this general path. Some require adjustments along the way, but that's why having professional guidance matters. So if you're looking to buy and want help navigating this process with clarity and confidence, give me a call, reach out. I'd be happy to help.